Hello, my lovely. If we haven't met before, it's me. My name is Kate Grosvenor. I'm a perimenopause expert and life coach, and I've spent over a decade supporting women through perimenopause, midlife, helping them understand what's happening to their bodies and feel calmer, clearer, and more like themselves. And here on this channel, we talk about perimenopause, including the symptoms that nobody warned us about, so you can stop second guessing yourself and start trusting in your body again. Today, we're continuing through my perimenopause symptoms list. If you want a copy of this, by the way, I'll link it below. It's the tracker and checklist. And we're focusing on symptom number 12, changes in vision, including blurriness and increased sensitivity to light. Now, this is another one that can feel quite alarming. So before we go any further, I really want to assure you, if your vision feels slightly off, blurry or strained, or you suddenly become more sensitive to light, you're not imagining it. It's a recognized perimenopause symptom. So what can this symptom actually look like? Well, vision changes in perimenopause don't always show up in one clear way. They can be subtle, inconsistent, and frustrating. And you might notice that you have blurring or slightly unfocused vision. You might have difficulty reading small text that used to be easy. That's literally all of us. Eyes feeling tired or strained more quickly. Increased sensitivity to bright lights or bright screens, headaches after being on your phone or your laptop a lot, dry, irritated, gritty eyes, and trouble adjusting between light and dark. And some women will say, I feel like my eyes just can't keep up anymore. Or others would say, it's like everything is just slightly out of focus. And for some, it comes and goes, which can make it even more confusing because perimenopause does quite often gaslight you, I'm afraid. So why this happens in perimenopause, what's going on? Well, there are a few different systems involved here. First, estrogen and the eyes. Estrogen plays a role in tear production, in eye lubrication, blood flow to the eyes, and the health of the eye surface. So as estrogen fluctuates, many women experience dry eyes, even if they've never had that before. And dry eyes can cause blurred vision, irritation, and sensitivity to the light. Number two, the second reason is about the brain and visual processing. Vision is not just about your eyes, it's also about how your brain interprets what you see. So during perimenopause, brain processing can slow slightly, neural signaling becomes less consistent, and sensory sensitivity increases. Okay, so your eyes might be fine, but your brain's working harder to process visual information. That's why bright lights, bright screens, busy environments can suddenly feel really overwhelming. So this symptom is also closely linked to your nervous system. When your nerves are overstimulated, light feels brighter, screens feel harsher, your eyes become fatigued more easily, more quickly. And this is why vision changes alongside things like headaches, migraines, brain fog, sensitivity to noise, feeling overwhelmed, difficulty concentrating. And what I want you to understand, my lovely, is that you're not broken. It's your system is feeling very overloaded. So how does this show up emotionally? And this is, I always like to focus on this. Obviously, my background is psychology, but I also think that we don't talk enough about the emotional implications or impact of a lot of these perimenopausal symptoms on us mentally. So it's something that doesn't get talked about enough. Vision changes are actually quite unsettling because they affect your independence and they also affect your confidence. So women will say, I feel like I've aged overnight, or I can't rely on my eyes like I used to. It makes me feel anxious. And when something affects how you see the world, literally, it can feel deeply personal. Okay, so if you felt frustrated, worried, or even a little bit shaken by this, that makes complete sense. So how it can show up differently, because not everyone will experience it the same. So for some women, it's mostly dry eyes and irritation. For others, it's mostly blurred vision and difficulty focusing. And for others still, it could be mostly light sensitivity and headaches. And for many, it's a combination. It can also fluctuate depending on sleep, stress levels, big underline there, screen time, and hormonal shifts within your cycle as well. Which is why, because it can be linked to the hormone side of things, it also can feel very unpredictable. So what can actually help? First, support the eyes directly. If dryness is an issue, stay hydrated, well hydrated, not just at minimum levels, like properly hydrated. Also, use a humidifier if your environment is dry. And then after you've done those two, I would then consider eye drops. Stay hydrated first, then look into a humidifier if you feel like the environment is smoky or dry, and then consider eye drops if you need to. Second, reduce visual strain. So take breaks from the screen, okay? Don't just sit at the screen for hours and hours and hours. Also, adjust your brightness and contrast. So a lot of computers now, you can change how bright your screen is. Sometimes you might be fine if it's brighter. Sometimes you just need it that little bit lower. Avoid harsh lighting. So as we say in Yorkshire, don't put the big light on. Okay, but seriously, avoid harsh lighting wherever possible. Okay. Number 3, and this is key, to support the nervous system. Magnesium can be incredibly helpful here because it helps with nervous system regulation, muscle relaxation, including around the eyes, okay, and stress reduction. So when your nervous system is calmer, your sensitivity to light and visual overwhelm often reduces. I'll link below my magnesium complex because that's got taurate, malate, and glycinate in. And those are the 3 that you need in perimenopause. We don't need things like citrate and oxide. Okay, so I'll link the one that I would love you to use. Omega-3 can also support eye health, tear production, and brain function and inflammation. And again, I'll link it because you don't want to use omega-6 and 9, so nothing like evening primrose oil, even though it's marketed to women of all ages. When we get to omega-6, it can start to become, 6 and 9 can start to become inflammatory to us in perimenopause. And other things that you can do are lifestyle adjustments that make a difference. So small things like get outside into natural daylight daily, blink more consciously when using screens, rest your eyes regularly, and prioritize your sleep. Your eyes recover overnight. Okay, so sleep again is the best thing for us in perimenopause. And most importantly, don't ignore the signals that your body's giving you. When would I seek medical advice? And this is also always important because if you experience things like sudden or severe vision loss, double vision, flashing lights or floaters that are new, and persistent worsening of symptoms, please go seek medical advice, okay? But for many women, these vision changes are just part of the hormonal transition of perimenopause and can be supported and managed. Changes in vision in perimenopause, I understand, can feel really unsettling, but they're not a sign that something is wrong with you. They're more a sign that your body is adapting. And with the right support, understanding, and adjustments, this symptom often becomes much more manageable. So if this resonates with you, I'd really love you to just comment below, me too, even if it's just that. And if you'd like a copy of my perimenopause symptom tracker and checklist, which covers 129 recognized symptoms right now, I do need to add 2 more onto it. The link is in the comments. It's incredibly helpful for understanding patterns and taking to your medical appointments. If you're finding this series helpful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with another woman who might be quietly wondering what on earth is happening to my body. Oh dear Lord. Okay, we're going through this together, one symptom at a time. Okay, you're not imagining it, you're not losing yourself, and I promise you're not alone. All right, my darling. Hope that helps. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.